Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Throwback Thursday. This is Ronnie, and today I have a special guest from the Simple team. Would you like to introduce yourself, sir?
Yes, my name is James, and I have been with the Simple team for approximately 1 year. And I came from a pharmaceutical sales background, and it has been a great joy and honor to be with this great team.
Yep, I would love to tell you, we love having James on the team. He definitely brings a different dynamic, and has the ability to talk to people that wouldn't normally talk to me or other, some of our other people on the acquisition team. So we love having James on our team. So just to kind of continue into the same things we've been talking about, just reflecting on your first deal. That's what we're going to ask James, because James, he's one of the newer people on the team. So James, kind of tell us what it was like getting your first deal, and just kind of set that up for us.
Yeah, primarily received a call early one morning, and a seller wanted to sell their home. And so she gave me her address and asked if I would come and take a look at it and give her an offer. And so I proceeded to swing on over to her residence, which was on the east side of town, off of Keystone, just a little north of the I-70 freeway. And it was a 3-bedroom, 2 baths, approximately 1,400 square feet, and had a 2-car detached garage and was in pretty decent shape. And the reason why she's wanting to sell is that her significant other just recently passed, and they just purchased the home together. So we were able to give her a good offer, and were able to close in approximately 10 business days.
Wow. So let's kind of back up and let's dig into that a little bit. So you said that they lost, their significant other recently. Tell me what was that conversation like?
It was touching. As you can tell, it happened approximately a week beforehand.
Wow.
And so there was a lot of emotion, and there was flowers, outside the home. And but it was good to meet her at her place and to have compassion and empathy for what she was going through.
Mm-hmm.
And she just, wanted to move on because the home had, memories of him. And so we were able to work with her and give her a good, fair price for her home, and help her during this transitional time period.
Gotcha. So, just kind of recapping, she recently lost a family member. You said you went there and you said you showed her a lot of empathy and compassion and did a lot of listening. How did it feel showing up to a house with the flowers and everything was just so fresh? Like, did that throw you off? What was that like?
Well, actually, being new in the business, a lot of those tea leaves did not really register for me. Because prior to this, I was a physician liaison, so primarily I was going into doctor's offices day in and day out, and normally you don't see flowers. And I think Brian mentioned that he saw the flowers from the pictures I took, and then he kind of put 2 and 2 together. And said, yes, someone must have recently have passed at that home. And I said, yes. And but she was a sweetheart. And, it's really sad that, things like that happen. But that's the world we live in. And, so.
Yeah, most definitely where we live in. But I'm glad that you were, I'm able to connect with her. So, that was your first deal. But then kind of tell me what happened with that seller after that.
Yeah, 2 weeks went by, we did the close, and then all of a sudden I get a phone call, and it's from her. And as it turns out, she said, James, I have a home on the west side as well that I would like to sell to you, and move back to her home state of Illinois. So we were able to go through, do a walkthrough on that home on the west side, which is larger than the home on the east side.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was just great that we were able to build a good connection.
Yeah.
And that she thought, hey, I'll give James another call, because the Simple team did a great job in taking care of me.
Yeah.
And again, we were able to give her a fair price for her home, close in an extremely timely manner, and the rest is history. So it's just great to be part of a team where we're meeting needs and helping people in their particular station in life, come what may, and it's been great. So
Yeah. That's good, man. I mean, I tell you, I mean, we always talk all the time about how, you know, things are nice to be nice and cookie cutter, but that would have been really hard for me on my first deal. You know, meeting someone that had just recently lost a family member, flowers still up, and you still got condolence cards and things like that. But you know, it just goes to show that if you do things right, you know, or even if you don't know, because like James said, he didn't know how to read the tea leaves. It took somebody else to say, "Oh no, this person is, you know, a little bit more motivated dealing with the you know, with the death of a family member there." But you know, it shows if you do things right, you know, you just never know. They might have another property, and sellers will come right back to you, connect to you, looking for you know, looking for their help because you built that trust with them. So kudos to you, James, for being able to do that. You know, and if you've had a story like that or something, you know, share that down in the comments. We would definitely love to, you know, talk and interact with you, you know, as you're sharing your testimonies about, you know, the good things that you've been able to help sellers do. So with this Throwback Thursday, we appreciate it, and we will see you next week, guys.
all right, take care.